What's good? What's good? Wagwan, wagwan. Each and every individual out there. So, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'm setting up here because after it's all said and done, we're going to get into it. And we're going to wrap this up, this Women's Empowerment Month, with this right here. Shout out to Manosphere Highlight Daily. Go to their brother's channel, show him some love. He's doing amazing things. So without further ado, y'all know how I do. It's all about women's empowerment, and it's all about bringing this thing home and shedding light on a whole lot of things that should have been shared before. Hold on for me one moment, getting everything set up. Once I do that, we'll go ahead and play. And those tuning in, please put a number 1 in the chat to let me know that you hear. So, without further ado, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. Beat this out.
The pendulum swung. Our talking points are now the talking points of men in general. And Shannon Sharpe is a great example of how big platforms are now embracing the shutdown of this dating foolishness. Just look at the comments. Men are totally agreeing with everything Shannon Sharpe is saying in this video. Let's talk about it.
Ocho, a woman posted a very interesting video this week. Let's take a look at it.
So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that
Value. Let's talk about value. Either you losing value or you done blowing your value away. Things are not what it used to be. You're not who you used to be. And it's something to really dive into. What is your true value? Let's continue. Let's get this work.
that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact.
Men are tired. We all knew this was gonna happen sooner or later. The boiling frog metaphor. These women keep moving the goalpost. They keep consuming. They take without giving back and without thinking nor caring about the consequences of their actions, just to eventually destroy themselves. Just like drug addicts, they overdosed on all that attention and privileges they've been getting just for being women. Now, when the supply stops, what do you think is gonna happen, guys?
I'm not a loser, right, guys? Right, guys? I'm not a loser, right?
Now, we're gonna focus on Shannon Sharpe because you can just feel the frustration in his voice. It's pure gold.
Before he continues, once again, we're diving into this thing a little bit more and even deeper as we close it out. But I got something else towards the end that I want to play, so you got to stick around so we can get to that end, so you can hear, that part. But shout out to Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson for this. I like the Not Cap podcast. It's good to see my football brothers doing podcasts and chiming in and talk about things. I love my football family. So those that know me know, play pro football, retired, doing my thing now. So we're going to hear what he has to say, and we really want to dive into this thing and pay attention. This is pure gold for a large number of men and women. Please note, everybody moves differently. But we have to be willing to call that thing out and have adult conversations. Let's feast. And shout out to Rockstar.
But see, when you keep saying, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, then you convince yourself. And then you want to be masculine because you think you can talk to, at the end of the day, that's still a man. And I'm not saying, look, I'm old and know how my grandmother and how I saw everybody raised. See, these women today, they talk about, oh, I want to be treated like my mom and my great grandma got to treat, but y'all don't behave like that.
It's not logic.
Y'all ain't cooking. Y'all ain't cooking no meal every day. When my grandfather got home at lunch, meal on the table. He got home at dinner, meal on the table. He ate first. It wasn't no arguing back and forth. When my grandfather said they can, they did. When he said they couldn't, they couldn't.
My dad taught us, for the boys, don't put your hands on a woman. Open up the car door for a woman. Say thank you. Take out the trash. Do your part to help clean around the house. If you're married to that woman, you provide. When you are connected with your teammate, it is a team effort thing. Y'all know what I mean. 50-50. Teamwork. It's all the same thing, just worded different. When we are able as adults to come into our household together and pour into our household together, that is what it looked like. Provide for me, I provide for you. Love me, I love you. Treat me right, I treat you right. Respect me, I respect you. We have children. We take care of our children together. Everything is together. There's no I in team, and there's no I in team. And the damn sure ain't no we either. It's us. But most have lost that. Like I've said time and time and time again, animals show their love for each other more than humans do. When will we ever get back to that place where two people got together and it was good? Those that are chiming in, because I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Facebook, put a number 1 in the chat so I know you here. But we got to get back to that place. What would it take for us to get back to that place? Or at least take the steps to get back to that place. Because I still believe, and I know for a fact, there are some good men and good women out there that have been walking around the universe. You got to look at who you choose versus who you pass up. Let's get this work. Let's continue to feast.
But y'all, I'm going to do me. Okay, well, do you. I don't have to be a part of it.
That's the message, guys. You do not have to accept this foolishness. You do not have to play this game. This game is rigged for you to lose. These modern women aren't even hiding that they want to have that cake and eat it too.
And so I think the thing is that they've convinced themselves they don't need a man until they need a man. And then you 20, now you 45, now you 50. Now your options are limited.
Right. Yeah.
People that have been a large number of modern women, like I said, you got women of good sense, they don't behave this way. They don't. They move differently. And we acknowledge that. You can't say, hey, Truck, why are you saying all women? Nah, I don't say all women. All women don't sell their soul to the things of this world. You got some good, hard-working, loving women that don't even get acknowledged. It don't matter what race you are. You can be black, white, Hispanic, Caribbean, Islander, green, purple. If you are a good woman of good sense and you don't participate in the foolishness, have you ever noticed a woman of that caliber get shamed because they doing something positive for their husbands or their man or their family? They doing something positive, they getting shamed for it. We see it. If it's not promoting foolery and stupidness, they don't want to hear it. What do you mean a woman that cooks food for her man? What do you mean a woman that fixes her man a plate? How dare she? But you don't even know the whole damn story, but you want to run your mouth. But if it's something negative, shaming a man, disrespecting a man, oh man, that gets glorified. Ain't that calling a damn kettle black?
Yeah. I don't think women understand that the options are limited, especially today, especially for what they want. When you look at their expectations and what they expect and what they're looking for, it's very hard. It's very hard to
No,
get.
Ocho, it's not hard. But here's the thing: what you want, gotta want you.
Woo!
Uncle Shay Shay is cooking.
Woo! God dang it. What you want, gotta want you. Damn. Shout out to Rockstar. Pay attention. Pay attention, ladies.
Ooh.
See, that's the problem. Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make six figures. Oh, he need to do this.
Right.
Well, every time you throw out something that he needs to be, you draw a
Right.
percentage, 15, 20%. Whoo, whoo, whoo. So now you down to 5%. That 5% of the man that you want, that's over 6 foot tall, that has a nice body, that makes six figure, that's well to do, does he want you?
This is pure gold. Since the beginning of YouTube, we've been here following and participating in the discussion of women's unrealistic expectations. But as time and technology progressed, women really started to believe that they all had a shot at this 6 foot, 6-figure, high status man. Social media and dating apps put everything on steroids, and the average guy is getting no play.
The whole social media thing, a large number of women apply themselves to social media so much that it really does have them thinking that I am the prize. I deserve to have it all. I need to have it all. It's about me. When a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord, not knowing is two good people that find each other. You know that, right? Women are the prize. Men are the prize. They're both are the prize because there's two good people that come together to serve Yeshua. And you have to understand that men are very much important, just as women are important. You don't hear men talking about, I don't need no woman, I don't need no woman. You know how stupid that sounds? That's how stupid that sounds when you hear a large number of women say, I don't need no man. A person that would lie to themselves would lie to you. We all need each other. But I digress. Let's continue the feast.
It's just Chad and... So it's no surprise that the pendulum swung, and the numbers back this up. Janice, read.
As of 2022, Pew Research Center found 30% of U.S. adults are neither married, living with a partner, nor engaged in a committed relationship. Nearly half of all young adults are single, 34% of women, and a whopping 63% of men.
Double the rate of women in the same age group. Why?
Why?
Because men are no longer willing to invest in relationships where the deck is stacked against them. Men are checking out and women are noticing. That's why we're seeing more and more mainstream conversations about where have all the good men gone? The answer? They're opting out, focusing on themselves and refusing to play a losing game.
It's hard. It's hard for something to add back to increase in value that constantly gets used.
And when men are saying, men are huddling up. Men are having conversations at the table. Men are having conversations at the water cooler. Men are having conversations on the sideline. Men are having conversations in the end zone. Men are having conversations in the locker room. Men are encouraging each other, uplifting each other. Men are sharing stories. Men are not tearing other men down. Men are not criticizing other men. You see, but we're uplifting each other. When men give those testimonies, they take the nuggets out of those testimonies. You see? Me and my god brother, Bishop Jarvis Hines, we've been through high, hell, and back and then some. And we are alive to tell it. How it needs to be told. I trust that man with my life. We trust each other. That didn't come so easily. That's why they call us the Twin Towers. But it was things I had to learn about him. He had to learn about me. We both had to get out of our own way. And that's why I have the level of respect for my god brother, Bishop Jarvis Hines. We've been in shootouts. We've been in fist fights. We've been there, done that, and then some. We broke bread and shook hands with the best of them. And we still managed to see things through. That's brother. That's manhood. That's brotherhood. And this is what we're seeing. Men of that type of caliber coming together and saying, if something doesn't work for you, you don't got to cuss nobody out. You ain't got to put paws on nobody. You don't have to disrespect anyone. Just gracefully fall back. Go your own way. When you move in silence, you know how much damage that does to an individual? When you quiet and you walk away? Y'all know what happened in 2019, what I went through. I walked away. Let's continue.
Listen to what I said,
You know
Ocho.
what's funny?
Name
Yeah, say it
something
again,
that
say it again.
increase in value that's constantly get used. You told me about my Ferrari. You said, buy that Ferrari up, but put it up. A bottle of wine. Philippe Rothschild, Petrus, Camus.
Right. 1942.
They ain't drinking it. I'm just saying.
Bars, baby. What are you doing, Shannon Sharp? You're about to get canceled. You cannot use logic when it comes to that dating foolishness. These LQWs, low quality women, are for recreational use only, right?
What?
Because they've been using their prime years to ride that hot dog carousel just to offer themselves for a premium price when they hit the wall. How in the blue hell is a man supposed to feel special by having sex with a woman who's been ran, sprinted through? A key that opens every lock is a master key. A lock that's opened by every key, that's a shitty lock.
Boy, you just dropped the gem right there. And I don't even.
And see, again, people do not want to have these type of conversations. They want to run. They want to disguise it. We don't pander to nobody. If you've grown enough and adult enough to have a conversation, then what's going to be said is what's going to be said. And those that have a problem with what's being said know why they have a problem of what's being said. Every woman don't move like this. But damn it, you have some that do. See, you have to be careful of who you socialize yourself with. You have to be careful and be mindful of how you move, especially in this generation. I said it before and I say it again. In 2025, you're going to see, on one hand, curses and bad things happening. On the other hand, you're going to see blessings and good things happening. You're going to see a combination of both in this year. Blessings and curses. And those that behave a certain way, well, what side of the fence you gonna be on?
You think the chat was paying attention?
Yeah, because everything, you know, Ocho, I want somebody at least 6 foot tall. I want somebody at least 200 pounds. I want somebody that make at least 6 figures. I want somebody that go to church. I want somebody that like to travel. So you name 6 things that you like. Okay, you find that guy, but he's only probably in the 1%. So that 1% of the men that you're looking for, is he looking for the 15 to 20% of the women that's looking for him? So now if he's not, so now I'm valuable. I'm this, I'm that. Huh? Tom Brady wants.
They know they worth. They know they worth.
Worth is what someone is willing to pay for something. Tom Brady can list his house for $150 million. But I guarantee you, after 6 months over a year, that house ain't sold. I guarantee you he dropped the price.
Okay.
So now, if somebody comes in and says, Tom, he want $150 million. I give you $100 million cash. Okay, I take it. That's what the house was worth. See, you don't get to determine your worth if somebody's not paying for it. That's
Shoo! Gold. Pure gold. Men are knowing their value. Men are moving in full motion. Not slow motion, full motion. Let me say this to the good women out there. They too are moving in full motion. The ones that are not moving in any type of motion are these modern feminist women. Yeah. Oh, big truck, you can't say that. The hell I can't. I just did.
women got to understand. You keep saying, are you buying yourself? Are you purchasing yourself? So where's the value? Value is only something is only valuable if somebody will purchase it. I want $600,000 for this tube of lip therapy. It's worth $7. They got to stop this notion talking about I know my worth. I know my worth. Your worth is what someone is willing to pay for it.
Women's self-worth is diluted because of the modern dating market. And we have a perfect clip that highlights exactly how this works. Check this out.
I have a date, actually, with the other guy, with the oncologist. And again, I don't know that that's going anywhere. It's just simply happenstance. You know, we had matched years ago, and he reached out after seeing me on Bumble that I just got on to kind of boost my ego, blah, 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 blah.
There you go, guys. This one.
There it is, right there. She got on a dating app to boost her ego. That goes back to the whole situation with Marley and Stephen A. Smith. Y'all know I covered that. She made advances towards Stephen A. Stephen A. declined those advances, and it hurted her ego enough to where she started sending his wife messages until his wife came back and capped back on her. When you talk about a woman's ego is greater than a man's ego. Because, again, they act off of emotions. And they'll take certain things where it don't need to go. But again, most ain't talking about it. We're going to talk about it. See, keen conversations and reviews. We're going to talk about it. Let's get this work.
Woman got dumped by her ex and she went right back to Bumble to get an ego refill. These women go on dating apps not to date, but to get their egos boosted. They post selfies on social media every day for the same purpose. And because they get an abundance of attention on these platforms.
Not even just the dating apps. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. To get that ego boost. I don't think I'm worthy. But yet, let me go on one of these social media platforms where a guy can tell you how beautiful you are. Hello, my queen. No, damn well you don't look like no damn queen. It don't fit your lifestyle, how you carry yourself, your behavior. But they go on there for ego boost. And another thing that I'm going to start talking about too is these simps. Yeah, that's right. I said it. These simps that make way for a large number of these women to behave the way that they are behaving. Let's feast.
They truly believe they are high value women and deserve a high status man just for posting selfies, just for making a dating profile. No wonder they completely melt down when they get rejected.
I'm not a loser, right, guys? Right, guys? I'm not a loser, right?
What the hell?
What also, what I think about is in general, women, they put themselves in unwinnable positions at times, huh? They play hard to get. They're very difficult. They create this perception that all the work the man is going to put in the end, they're just getting this, oh my goodness, this is so much different than everybody else.
And that's the problem. Like I've always said, and I've shared now that my channel is growing more in certain emails I get, I tell it, women, and this is my advice to a large number of women, when you see something you like, go after it. It's not what you say, it's how you say what you say. Just like that job you got. I don't care what job it is. Let's just say you in the medical field. We'll use that example. You went to medical school. I don't care if you're a doctor or RN or a CNA. You went to medical school. You took the classes. You qualified for the loan. All right? You studied. You did everything you had to do. You took the state bar test. You got your license. You saw the job that you wanted. You saw the location that you wanted. You applied for it. Okay? You went for the interview. Before you went for the interview, you prepared for the interview. You aced the interview. You got the call back. You went for your background check and so forth. You passed that. An orientation date was set. You went to the orientation date. You got your schedule. It was a process. Why not take that same energy and apply it to your love life? Just as you did that job. It was a process. You didn't let no one stop you. You went full throttle in. You see what I'm saying? Why not take that same energy and apply it to your love life? You see something you like, go after it. Closed mouth don't get fed. What one person won't do, somebody else will. Okay, you have to be willing to meet a man halfway. If a man is doing his part, what's wrong with you not doing your part? Stop going into something with high expectations. Let's try this. Have no expectations. Sit back, relax, and let yourself go. Allow things to flow. Most don't know how to do that. And those that do know how to do that, kudos to you. That's why you're in a relationship. That's why you have somebody. Wintertime is here.
When in hindsight, once you are gained access to it, it's no different than anybody else. That's why they play the difficult game in the beginning. That's why they make you jump through hoops and make you jump through obstacles, because there's really nothing at the end of that light or at the end of that tunnel.
I don't know what I'm worth.
You know, and it's not a bad thing. We're all human.
Ocho,
What do you do that's so special than the next person?
cook. Can you cook? Hey, can you cook some oxtails? I need to know, can you cook oxtails?
Damn that. Can you cook some jerk chicken and some rice and peas and plantains? Can you cook some sawfish and ackee? What? Can you make some jerk patties? What? When I cook. You know how to make steamed fish? What? Can you do the bare minimum? Let's start with that. Can you boil water? Can you boil an egg? Again, you have high expectations of what you want a man to be. Soon as a man have a high expectations of what a woman should be, he gets shamed. Ain't it something when there's a rabbit holding a gun? You don't want to have it. You don't want to have them type of conversations. You don't want to travel down those roads. No, damn it, we're going to travel down those roads because that's the problem. It's not about going hard on someone, but it's about putting the truth out there. A man needs a woman with good sense. A woman needs a man with good sense. All of this stuff that we hear on social media, they ass is just capping. They ain't about that life. Because when you dive deeper into it, they're suffering from some type of childhood trauma. And they talking all this big boy-ish, that boosts up their ego. But if you tear down that ego, you just an average person. There ain't nothing spectacular about you. I can care less about what's between your legs. What's your dome piece like? What's your heart like? What's your character like? Those are the things that I'm more concerned about. See, folk don't want to have that conversation. Because what they seeing on social media, they glorify that. They glorify the bad and the wicked. But shame those that are doing good and positive. Run till that.
What about that? Can you cook breakfast? Grits, eggs, sausage, bacon, French toast, pancakes. Okay. What about eggs Benedict? Make hollandaise sauce? Okay, you can't do that. Okay, what can you do? What's the this value that you speak of? What is it? Because I just want you to know a little something. Everything that you do, I can pay somebody to do it.
And a large number of women get mad when a man come from the shoulders like that. They get irritated, they get bothered, they get triggered when a man comes from the shoulders like that. But it's the truth. What? You say you are a woman of value. What makes you value? What value do you bring into my life? What value are you bringing to the table of this relationship, this union? And you better not say your looks and your body. I throw this rock star can, boy. Come with something different and logic and realistic. Because if a man is coming logic and realistic, yeah. Run tell that again.
Clean, get my dry cleaning. Hey, I don't pay them to sleep with me. I pay them to leave.
Oh my goodness. Is Shannon Sharp going his own way? Shannon, stop talking all this misogynistic rhetoric. Don't you know asking women to cook and clean is slavery? Don't you understand that these so-called strong and independent women are the prize because they have PhDs? They make their own money but still expect you to pay their bills. Don't you know that's an honor? For recreational use only can also be translated into a 304. The woman you pay to leave. I've said it many times on this channel. Most women are boring. And when you've been at the end of the rainbow, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Most of these women don't bring substance. They don't inspire. And they damn sure don't build. They just exist, consuming, demanding, expecting men to provide while bringing nothing but attitude and entitlement to the table. And guess what? Men are done.
And with that being said, I want to chime in on this right here. I want you to listen to what these women have to say. All right? And once they're done, the spirit of the universe is going to take us home.
Black man.
Hey, black man.
Dear precious black man.
Dear black man.
Dear black man.
Black man.
I know you might feel like you have to have this guard up. You might feel like you have to portray this image, but you deserve emotional bravery.
Remember that this marathon continues. So get up, dust your feet, and head back to the path that lays before you and try again.
When it feels like the world isn't listening, I am.
You will forever be our first choice, our first love, the one our children look up to.
You are worthy, and you can ask for help. We need your voice and your creativity. We need your hugs.
I see you. I am so proud of you, and I am excited for you to get everything that you're working towards. I believe in you, but really, I hope that you believe in yourself. Keep going.
I'll be your rock so you stand. You are bold, resilient, compassionate, and beautiful.
You are deserving of the very best that life has to offer.
Your presence brings light and warmth to those around you.
I love you. We love you. But Yeshua loves you more. Repent and turn, prodigal sons, and rise, kings.
Now, I know it was kind of harsh in kind of ways to end this Women's Empowerment Month, but this is how I was led to end it. There are good women out there that acknowledges and sees good men's worth, especially black men's worth. Men get beat down daily. It's not easy being a good man. It's really not. And what I mean by good man, a good hard-working man, a good loving man. If a man is a husband, if a man is a father, if a man is a stepfather, it's not easy. He don't complain about it. He continues to press forward. And you have some women out there that acknowledges that and sees that, and they show it. Like I said, I'm an advocate for people doing good things. But when it comes to the foolery, we're going to speak about that too. Now, you just heard several women that had something good to say about their black men. Sometimes, as a black man, as a man, period, those words of wisdom, those words of kindness, those words of affirmation, man, we need to hear that. You know how simple of those words just makes us feel? How it touches us here? And most don't understand that. Just to hear your partner, your teammate, your wife meaning, speak life into you. Man, that's a blessing. Speak positivity into you. That is a blessing. How you doing, King? I love you, King. Go do your best. I'm here for you. I'm going to rock with you. Why is it that you hear a large number of men that are doing the same things for their women and they're not getting it back in return? We see this. It's not about woman bashing or male bashing. No, it's simply about calling those things out. They need to be called out and talked about because we are adult and this is adult conversation. Because if nobody's talking about it, no one's going to be aware of it. But once you're aware of it, okay, what's the solution? And that's why I chose to do women's empowerment. It gives men a better understanding of the things that a large number of women are faced with. A large number of women grew up with no father in the home, grew up with mom not in the home, grew up with both parents not in the home. A large number of women suffer from childhood trauma, whether if it's child abuse, child neglect, being touched, abandonment, not having that type of love from their father to give that balance. A large number of women struggle with that. Okay, they didn't get counseling for that. So guess where it shows up at? In their social life, in their love life. You see? You're searching to live a lifestyle that you've never lived. You're searching for that certain partner, that certain man that you never had. But don't quite understand why that man don't want you. Don't understand it. But not understanding that it's the little things that matter. It's the little things that mean so much. Ladies, if you are married or have someone, tell your partner how much you appreciate them. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them that you need them. Tell him how wonderful he is. Tell him how blessed you are to have him in your life and at home. When you do that, watch his reaction. I guarantee you, I promise you, he would be appreciative and he would be grateful. And he would return the favor. Ladies, if there's a man out there that wants to be with you, let him. If there's a man out there that wants to connect with you and he's showing you and he's leaning in with good intentions, let him. If he's trying his best to communicate with you and open up to you, let him. Don't shut the doors on him. Don't throw him away. Don't put him in the friend zone, because that can be your blessing and you not know it. Be careful, ladies, of who you throw away. Because you could be throwing away the person that can be a blessing to you and speak life into you. You see? Let's continue that old school loving. Let's continue that old school conversation. Let's continue the old school way how folk would spend time with each other. They didn't care about the restaurant. They didn't care about how much money you had to spend. They didn't care about the damn food in the restaurant, the name, the ambiance. The only thing that mattered was being in your presence. How much peace that you bring me when I'm in your presence. How you make me feel. Everything else will come together on its own. Do that, ladies. Take your index finger and go here, F10 delete. Unlearn what you have learned when it comes to dating. All these dating advice, be careful of who gives advice, because you got some women out there giving up some damn wrong advice. When you start hearing women giving advice on how to play men and use men and manipulate men, you need to walk away and leave their ass alone. You need to fall back. That's not good advice. That's bad advice. If you want to know how a man moves, sit down and have a conversation with one. Don't get advice from a woman that is broken, a woman that's been hurt, or a woman that hasn't healed, or a woman that is angry. What the hell you angry at? You angry at men, but yeah, you chose that same type of damn man. But you mad because he does what he does to you. Well, maybe you deserve it. I bet you're going to learn how to choose wisely. Don't worry. Men's empowerment coming. I'm going to be getting on the men too. I'm going to be getting on the simps too. It's time to bring back the masculine man and put the masculine man back in its place, because the masculine man has lost its way. It's time to bring back the loving, nurturing, feminine woman, because the loving, nurturing, feminine woman has lost its way. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with a woman that is masculine. Damn that. That ain't happening. So many things are out of order. Relationships are easy to have. A large number of individuals make them difficult when they don't need to be. I love and I appreciate you all. So as we prepare to enjoy this Shabbat Saturday, do your thing, be irie, be blessed, and spread love. And your boy Big Truck gonna be there with you. Until then, and only then, go be the best version of yourself for many people to see. Take that with you and go be great. One.